North Korea. You probably know it for being a horrific, repressive military dictatorship. But what if I told you that life there is super cool and normal? Would you believe me? The North Korean government's propaganda arm thinks you might, which is why lately they've gotten into the YouTube game. These are their top influencers, but who exactly are they? And why is a country that banned YouTube in 2016 backing YouTubers? And why aren't they backing me when I make videos about the glorious DPRK all the time? Like all things North Korea, it's hard to know for certain, but we have a pretty good idea. These two creators were Songa, an 11-year-old who shows you all her favorite spots in Pyongyang, such as the Children's Hospital.
A child who comes here even forgets why they have come because of the cartoon pictures that are on the wall.
And Yumi, whose life in Pyongyang is also fun and relatable.
It's not hard to see, and yet I'm out of breath.
She's even mad that she doesn't have more subscribers.
At the moment, my ratings are not up to the point.
Been there. Yumi has 16.3 thousand subscribers and over 750,000 views after less than a year on the platform. Songa, in a little over a year, has amassed almost 26,000 subscribers and 2 million views. And sure, I'm a lot of them, but it's still solid. Each of their videos is basically a game of North Koreans. They're just like us. They look at flowers through a magnifying glass, they play rock, paper, scissors in the pool, they get nervous on amusement park rides.
To be frank with you, I am a coward.
They even show the darker side of living under a brutal regime whose population has way too little food and way too much slavery.
I'm very hungry.
Wow, you wouldn't expect a propaganda channel to reference the worsening food shortage in North Korea. Wait, unless…
Because we were in water.
Oh, just from swimming. I can't believe I fell for that.
However, there is also a bad side about it too.
Wait, maybe we've got something here.
This year, I'm going to the middle school.
That's actually pretty bad. But still, daily life in North Korea isn't what these influencers are showing us, even for the most well-off elites. For example, given how shoddy the country's power supply is, that amusement park Yumi cowered at is probably closed most of the time. But the big tell that these channels are state-sponsored propaganda isn't the misleading excursions or the semi-frequent mentions of the supreme leader, it's that they exist at all. See, in North Korea, the internet is a privilege of the few and the literally well-connected. Most people have none at all, while some are allowed onto a government-run intranet called Kwangmyeong, which as of 2014 hosted a couple thousand highly censored websites copied over from the real internet. North Koreans can only access it with permission on government-made websites in highly supervised computer labs, university libraries, and cyber cafes, and since you can't reach it outside of the Hermit Kingdom, it's not the best place to launch a global influencing career. Some people in North Korea have access to the real internet. Government officials, their relatives, and a small handful of people who need it to do their jobs like hackers, some researchers, and propagandists. Altogether, less than 1% of the population. The country has a whopping 2 lines that physically connect it to the internet. One run to China and the other to Russia, plus seemingly a couple satellite connections. And all that infrastructure is weak, slow, and old enough that one American was able to single-handedly break it all down for a bit last year with a series of DDoS attacks, and not, as I'd assumed, a viral pic of Kim Jae. Yumi and Songa have smartphones to film on, foreign media to fangirl about.
My favorite book is Harry Potter, written by J.K. Rowling.
The World Cup is just around the corner. Millions of football fans, including me, make personal predictions on the result as always.
And access to YouTube to post it all, meaning they have to have a lot of permission from and connection to the regime. Which means that, yes, these people are worse than propagandists. They're Nepo babies. Yumi has been linked to Sogwon, the North Korean media company responsible for a propaganda YouTube channel that got banned in 2020, the host of which was suspected to be related to Sogwon's CEO, John Kwang-hui, and North Korea's ambassador to China, Hee Rong-nam. And Songhae's dad worked at the North Korean embassy in London, her grandfather is Vice Minister of Foreign Affairs Park Myung-guk, and her great-grandfather is Ri Sol, a military commander so beloved by the Kim family that he got a full state funeral. And I thought I was well connected because my dad is the guy from Wendover. So why bother? For ages, outward-facing North Korean propaganda looked like this. Why the pivot to this?
It may sound bonkers to you, but in our country, Mother's Day is on the 16th of November.
Like just about every North Korean thing we cover on HAI, it comes down to foreign money. Most of the world has sanctioned North Korea to bits, so their currency is nothing, so they need foreign cash to bankroll their toy habit. Songa and Yumi's channels, as well as similar ones on Chinese social media sites Weibo and Bilibili, aren't just raking in AdSense dollars from YouTube, they're trying to make potential tourists question the negative impression of the country they might have from, well, the facts. In 2018, 125,000 foreign tourists visited North Korea, roughly the same amount that went to San Diego Comic-Con, but the border's been closed since January 2020. And with their economy in even more shambles than usual thanks to COVID, the government is trying new strategies to make North Korea seem like a safe, fun, tourist-friendly place to go fishing or visit a water park gym when they open up again. My 2 cents? Definitely visit, assuming you have the same travel preferences as Songya.
Would you go for very scary or just scary? I choose very scary.
If you also choose very scary, make sure to check out this video sponsor, the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. Just kidding, they ignored my calls. This video's actual sponsor is, and believe me when I say this, way cooler and better than North Korea. It's Factor. Factor is one of those sponsors that I hadn't heard about before they sent me stuff to try, but I immediately subscribed. Like, I'm a genuine customer now, paying my actual dollars because I do have a bit of a dinner problem that they helped solve. You see, I wanted to eat well, but I also have so little free time. So realistically, if it was between cooking and sitting on the couch on a free night, I was always gonna sit on the couch and just order expensive and unhealthy takeout or gross and even more unhealthy freezer food. But finally, I had a way to get it all. Fresh, healthy, interesting, tasty, affordable meals that I could prepare in just 2 or 3 minutes. It's really that easy. You pick what you want to eat on their app, then each week it shows up on your doorstep in an insulated box, all ready to eat. Like, I've had this Peruvian shrimp bowl a few times because I like it so much. As you can tell, it looks way better than frozen meals from the grocery store, and then manages to taste even better than it looks, in my opinion. If you want to give it a try, head to factor75.com or click the link below and use code HI50 to get 50% off your first Factor box. You'll be supporting HI when you do, so thanks in advance.